testing. Hi guys. Ay ay ay. How you guys doing? Can you hear me? Uh, can you guys hear me? Okay. All right. So what? Yeah. Pooey. Good to see you here. What? What are the split pickups called? These are called GNL MFD split call. I don't know why they call that. Or split call mini. That's the official term. Interesting, right? It's I'm trying to get my head around this set of pickups because they're very different from the Z coils, very different from the rest of the MFDs. What do you guys think? Morning, Kendricks. Oh, it's morning for me. September Fire. I just got a Kramer guitar. I'm not quite used to it yet. It's the 1984. Hi, Heinz. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Lamb. Yeah. I know. I was very intrigued when I first saw the pickups. You know, the first time when I saw the pickup, it was really interesting. Well, I'm not seeing the chat here. Okay, this is bad. Everything is not happening today. Let me see now how to get this working. Alright, so it's happening right now. Hi, Paul. Hi, Hale. Are you guys safe in Chicago? Are the riots still? Is it affecting you guys in Chicago? I actually made a mistake. Hi, Hans from Copenhagen. During the review, I thought that this little white switch here. I thought this was like this white switch here. I thought this was like a switch for the active and passive pickups, but these are not for the active and passive pickups. These are actually parallel and series. So it drastically changed the pickup sound. Like, this is like passive, right? First neck pickup. Right, this is for series. So very different sound. Maybe that's why it's called a MFD split coil beanie. because it's kind of split. Yeah, it sounds like a split, right? And then this is where the if you see this red switch here, yeah, this is where the preamp starts to happen. It actually gives you a buffer in the middle, and then a treble boost at, all the way down. It's a treble boost, so you can hear. The middle is just a buffer, so it just. The opposition is neutral. So this is still in series. And then you have the bridge pickup in series. It's pretty nice. So the buffer. This is with the treble. Oh, that was with the treble. This is with the buffer. This is the treble boost. This is with a buffer. Yeah, just a boost in the higher range of the EQ. It's just a buffer. This is with a treble boost. Kind of boost up your high ends. This off. Interesting. Questions? How are you guys doing? Any questions? Hi Dico, hi Israel from Venezuela. Hey. Hi Bob. Hi Dominic. Hey Hale. Yeah, I've been following the news a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty sad. But the riot is still happening in Chicago. Yeah, it's Dom. It's a nice guitar. This is the Gina Espada. So I'll ask you guys a question. The question is this timing okay? Because I shifted an hour earlier because I was trying to cater to some, to guys in the local area, like in Singapore or in Malaysia, because 1 a.m. might be a bit too late for some of them. So it's just, I don't know whether this timing is the right timing, but I'll see how it goes. What is my guitar wireless system? I'm actually using a Line 6 G10S. S is for stage. It comes with I can't show you here because it's right in the bottom. It comes with a receiver and a transmitter. This is the transmitter. Can you see this? Well, you probably can see it. yeah, it doesn't really focus well because it's locked onto my face. Right, anyway, um, you plug this directly into your guitar. There's no noise when you plug it out, so it's pretty good for stage work. I've been using this for a couple of months. I gotta be very frank with you. It works in the enclosed surrounding like here, maybe even a bigger space than this. But I've actually tried on stage in my last gig in Vegas. Was it in Vegas? No, Atlantic City, and it didn't work for me. I had dropouts because I think because there's a whole lot of stuff going on stage, and this is very much dependent on LOS, line of sight. So I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I was getting dropouts, so I kind of like gave up and went for the traditional method, which is a long cable. And speaking of which, I just bought. It just came in actually. These are the summer cables, right? I just bought how many meters? This is like 20 feet, a 20 feet cable, and these are really good cables, right? I have a couple of these. I have the small, the shorter ones, like this one here, which I use at home or in church. But I was thinking of using this on stage on my next gig. And I've tried, and I've actually procured some of this summer's cable before, and they're good. They're really good. You know, you have that other end where it's the same thing. You can plug it up without having any noise, so it's good for stage work. Hi David Eskin, how are you today, my brother? Are you feeling better? Yeah, Kiss Dom, your acoustic amp has a mic out, but not the electric guitar amps. Is it usually the case? The acoustic guitar amp has a mic out. What does it mean? Have a mic out? Hmm. Mic out. What you mean you have a jack out as mic out? What do you mean by a mic out? I still cannot understand that question. Normally you don't have a mic. You have a line out. It doesn't. It's not labeled as a mic out, Dominic. Hi Hans. I've been watching your videos for a while and I'm amazed at the tone you get out of any guitar, no matter what brand or model. Thank you, Hans. Thank you so much. And most of the time the guitars are good in the first place, so it's a good place to start. Sam. Okay, Dominic, noted. I think 12 a.m. would be a good time, but probably I won't be having it on Sundays. Maybe I'll have it like another day because there are a couple of streams happening at the same time on Sunday, so I'm trying to stay away from the crowd if I can. I'll probably have it on Saturday, but then when the COVID-19, I don't really matter to me. I'll just have my live stream when I feel like it. Yeah. Probably play around with the time a little bit, Anyway, Hans, I know Hans had done answering. Sam, hey John, what is the home studio monitor you're using? Can you give us some advices? Monitors for guitars, multi effects, amp sims at home. I'm actually using a pair of studio monitors because this is basically a studio. And I'm doing recording here, so I need a good pair of studio monitors. These are powered Audix monitors. These are, I guess, one of the last few that were made in the States. The rest of the lines are actually manufactured in China nowadays. Yeah, these are good. I've been having them for years. I have them for years. They are powered, meaning I don't need a power amp to power the speakers. So, kind of like the tone is pretty close. Why I can tell that it's pretty close because I've done stuff here, I recorded stuff here, and I've sent it to Taiwan to mix, or even China or whatever places to mix, and when I'm there physically, I can tell that it's about as close as what I'm hearing in this room. So I know I can trust them. What I would advise for you, if you're not into recording and stuff like that, then you're probably better off getting an FRFR, or a setup, FRFR setup, meaning you can choose between going stereo or just going mono, right? And it depends on what you want to do, because if you're using like a multi effects getup, then the FRFR will be a way to go, right? Let me just okay, yeah. So as far as multi effects, Sam, I will, for me, I'm a Line 6 Helix user, so I've always stuck with it for many years. So I probably will not be changing anytime soon, right? So it's something that I'm comfortable with. I'm so used to the workflow, so yeah, I'm pleased with it. Jeff, what is your approach to improvising? For example, do you use a cage system to navigate the fretboard, and how do you come up with your melodic lines? How much depth? Oh, okay. That's a good question, Jeff. How do I approach? Well, it's a mixture of everything. The cage system is just nowadays you have this modern terminology where they call it cage system. I used to call it like boxes. As I've explained many times, you need to know your chord shapes. You need to know your I had a video about this. Basically there are three shapes, the chordal shape that you should get yourself accustomed to, like the D shape, the F shape, and the A shape. Anyway, just look at the video, which I did, and basically I base my how should you call it, my navigation along that line. So basically I have three boxes or three cages, you can say it, but I don't see it that way. I see it as a connection between all these chord shapes into a sort of plotting a journey throughout the fretboard, so that I know that when I'm at a certain position, I know how to get by from that position down to another position, just by the mere recollection of chord shapes. Like, if I'm playing a G, no sound? Or is there no sound? No, there's no sound. Thank you very much. These things happen, right? So I don't know why there's no sound. Why is there no sound? Alright, so in case of G, I'll have a F shape here for G. I have a D shape here for G. I have a shape here for G. So I have all these chord shapes to help me along. So in the case of the A shape, I could just and then to the D shape. Then to the F shape. So basically these chord shapes help me to navigate along the fretboard, and it comes one after the other. So after a while you get the hang of it. In terms of melodic phrasing, it's basically a question of you listening to a whole lot of music and absorbing lines that you like, and also on the fretboard itself, like which do you there's certain things that you would kind of fall back on, like an old habit. So sometimes when I'm doing like a key of G and I would like to play, so I'm very comfortable with this thing, right? So even the same lick, sometimes I might just play the same lick but in a different manner. So all these things is a question of you whether are you adventurous enough to try like certain things, how whether you're gonna do some overbands, you know, test your limit, you know, test where you can go, and that itself is pretty exciting to me, you know, as a player. And as a teacher, I encourage this to my students so that they can actually have the courage to just go off tangent. Even if you play a wrong note, it don't matter. I play wrong notes all the time, you know. So it's up to you to find that desire to kind of venture forth and explore, basically. Right? Hope this helped you, Jeff. Hey, hi, Jack. Hi, Jacks. There are two Jacks here. Hi from Greece, unknown. Yes. Paul, have you a suggestion for a cheaper alternative to the Helix? Yes. Yeah, the mower is good. The mower is good. There is also the Pot Go from Line 6. You know, check it out. You know, I think it's pretty good. You know, I think it's a really good pedal. In fact, I'm thinking of buying it once there's stock. I'm actually kind of reserve one unit. Yeah. And it's a good alternative to the Helix floorboard. Dico, for your super professional video reviews, the sound is awesome. Fall in love with the HB ST and just grabbed one last week. So happy with the Black Beauty. Great. I'm happy for you. Yeah. Here, that's what I was. Yeah, that's right. You know, get the Pot Go. I think it's a good alternative. Hi, Walls of Jericho. Greetings. Hi, Alan. I'm well. Thank you. I don't do requests. Unknown guitarist. You know, I can't play like Jeff. Like Gary Moore. If you want to play, you want to hear some Gary Moore, listen to him. I don't do requests. Sorry. You know, so sorry. Yeah. This live stream is mainly for you guys if you want to ask any questions, you know, regarding guitars or anything like that. You know, this is not like a it's not a request stream where, you know, I play stuff that you guys want. You know, I'm sorry. Cedar Madon's Abrogado. Wow. Did you already tell some about your new Espada G and L guitars? Yes, Cedar. I actually did a review of this. I just played a little bit. You might want to watch the review. Okay, I'm gonna give you some links here in regards to Jeff's question. Just give me some time. Oh, while I'm doing this, if you notice that the button that says what does the button say? Super chat. Yeah. So you might just want to, yeah, if you want to support, no obligation. You just want to support me, you can just kind of like, yeah, just help me in this channel. Okay. Give me a second, huh? Videos in YouTube. Okay, so this is the link for the Espada review if you're interested. Can't find the other one. I don't know, where is it? Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, so this is for you, Jeff. I'm gonna put there for Jeff. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad to hear that you are doing fine, David. Okay, good. Yeah, finally playing guitar again. That's cool. Peter Skutla. Yeah. Oh yes, the Black Paisley is still here. Yeah, I'm still playing it every now and then. Walls of Jericho. Would you ever buy a guitar even though what? Even though you don't like the pickups, the amplified sound. I really like the neck and how the Vintera 16 mod Strat plays, but I don't love the hot pickups. Well, yes, I've in many occasions fallen in love with guitars that looks good, and didn't sound good. And those were days when I was still, how should we call it, inexperienced in ways of thinking about a guitar. So I didn't even, the thought never even crossed my mind that I could always change the pickups. So I actually sold the guitar. It was a Brian Moore. One of the first Brian Moores that first came out back in the early 90s. I love the guitar. The neck is one of the most comfortable neck I've ever played, but just didn't like the sound because it sounds really tiny, and I decided to just sell it. I should have just changed the pickups. It probably would help. Probably might not help. I don't know. But then I didn't make the decision. And yes, I've liked guitars that looks good on the outside, or feels good, but it just doesn't sound good. And half the time, like what I did to the Fusion Pro, the HSH, I kind of like the whole form factor, the roasted maple neck, and the idea of having two single coils, two humbuckers with a single coil right in the middle. But then I really wanted to use this for like a recording guitar, so I didn't like the noise that followed. So I kind of changed everything to like humbuckers. Even the single coil in the middle is a stack. It's actually essentially a humbucker. So it's the most quiet guitar ever from Harley Benton in my Harley Benton collection. Yeah. So I kind of made it my own in a way. So yeah. Alan, have you ever experienced a Dean Vendetta's guitars? I've just won a white Vendetta on eBay. Wow. No, I have no experiences with the Dean Vendetta guitars. They sound very vengeful to me, but it sounds Italian also. I don't know. When are you gonna get that guitar? Let us know. Andrew Crodell, do you think the gauge or thickness of cables have any impact on sound? There's a whole lot of debate about whether a certain brand or cables are better. Some opted for the monster cable, some opted for all sorts of stuff. Like I have custom cables made for me when I was in China because those guys really like me a lot, so they decided to make me a custom cable with Kevlar coating on the outside and everything. They stood up to the test. They are fine. They are still working as to today. In terms of tone, I can't really tell. I for one thing I know is that the longer the cable is, you get degradation. The signal will get degraded according to the length. But in times of necessity, like for example, or on stage when I need to use a cable, that is the first thing on my mind. So yeah, I would just use a cable for the fact that I feel better with a cable. No matter what, a cable will always sound better than a wireless. And even that wireless system that I was showing you, this G10, at the back of the receiver there is a switch for you to emulate a 30-foot cable as opposed to 15-foot cable. So it's kind of like a high pass filter, you know. So the logic is that the longer the cable is, the more highs you're gonna lose, you know. Sure, Jeff. You're welcome, Seda. I'm glad, Peter. I'm glad. Do you change the pickups, Peter? Hey, hi Dennis. How are you? It's like what? 12? 12 or over 12? What time is it? It's 12:40. It's going to be 1 a.m. soon. Good morning, Dennis. Hans, I've fallen in love with the Harley Benton Fusion 2 HSH, but I'm unsure. Do you think I would like it without changing the pickups? Okay, I don't have a guitar with me here. It's in a case. You know, it depends on what you're going after, right? If you watch I have a couple of videos about this Fusion 2 HSH. The last one that I did was last year, and it was my friend's guitar. It was my friend's Jeffrey's guitar. The same exact guitar. It's just that, you know, they have different colors to it. Of course, the Fusion 2 Jeff's guitar has improvement done to the string trees. Right? Instead of having a string bar, it has a string tree, and staggered. If I'm not mistaken, do they have staggered tuners? I don't know. Maybe they do have a staggered tuners, staggered lock-in tuners. The first version didn't have all that, you know, and also the fact that I was pretty excited about a guitar because I just kind of like the way it looks. It's very similar to the Guthrie Govan guitar, right? But I was very disappointed with the humbuckers because the Roswell humbuckers wasn't something that I'm comfortable with. The neck pickups is okay, I guess, but the bridge didn't make it. So I had it changed to Seymour Duncan's. You know, spend a bit of money changing the whole set, but yeah. For you, it's up to you if you find that the pickups are okay, because like I said many times again, all of us have different perception of what sort of tone sounds the best. So for you, it might sound okay. So if it's okay, then don't change it. You know, you just don't need to spend more money. But if you find that maybe the pickups, the neck pickups are okay, but you know you didn't quite like the bridge pickups, then change the bridge pickups, right? But then you are stuck with the middle pickup, which is single coil. So it's something that you need to consider, because you can have it stock as it is and live with the noise, live with the 60 cycle hum, which is not a whole lot of a problem because you can always switch position when you play. For me, I am just like really lazy because I didn't want to like do recordings and kind of shift my position just to avoid the noise. You know, I want to be able to play in any position I'm happy with. After all, it's 2 humbuckers. And if I were to change all, I must just change everything so that I would have basically a noiseless guitar. Yeah, but that's me. So for you, you might just like it stock, you know. And if you like it stock, then just keep it. Yeah. Bye, Paul. Ciao, Paul. It's great to see you, Dennis. Jack, you shouldn't, Jack. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack. Orion, how are you? Yes, Dennis. Thank you, Jonathan. Hey, hi, Mike. Mikael? This guitar is so responsive in certain configurations, and just like the tone of it. Yeah. Okay, so you guys got any questions for me tonight? Hey Jack, you mentioned once that there is a new guitar coming your way. Is it on its way, or what what's happened? Alvin, cool. How are you? Good. I'm good. How are you? I was just talking to Dominic that if I were to have the stream a little bit earlier, it'd be good for those who are in Singapore. You agree, Alvin? Nah, not necessarily. No, Dominic, no. Gonna show you guys my favorite guitar. Yeah, I mean it's one of my favorite guitars. I haven't played this for a long time. Maybe some of you have seen it before. You guys want to know why I have a masking tape right where the cavity of the tremolo arm? You, Jack. Talking about you. You told me that you bought another guitar. Didn't you? Wait. Who was telling me Jack the Rabbit? Were you telling? Oh, was that the guitar that you played on the song Faith? That was a new guitar, right? Jack the Rabbit, right? That's you. And then there's two of you here, so I'm getting kind of confused. So Jack Collins is the one who said there's a new guitar coming in. Yeah, it's a Les Paul kit. All right, okay. Yes, Andrew Cordell, you're right. Yes, there's spring in it. Guitar didn't come in with the spring, so the initial first part of playing was okay until much later on when I found out that the I find it hard to control the tremolo arm, and then that's where I realized, there should be a spring there to help it from, how it is, like, if you don't have a spring to push that arm out, within that groove, it get loosened, and it's going to be hard to control your tremolo arm. Nice tuning. Okay, just going to tune this out a little bit. What happened to this guitar? All my tremolo guitars, all my tremolo equipped guitars are all floated, and that's why the tuning would just run like crazy. I like this guitar because it has the old Clusen style of tuners. Everything is like how a traditional 50 Strat should be. Well, they kept it real close. 7.5 fret radius as opposed to the 9.5 in the modern Fender Strats now these days. Even the G&L has 9.5, which is comfortable. Some people are not used to the 7.5. And tuning a guitar that has a floated tremolo bridge is a pain. But once you get it right, it should stay in tune. Alright, so this is a Strat, white Strat. Yes, Alan. You're right. Yes, Jack the Rabbit, you're right. It's for the spring. Wow, that's a nice guitar, Jack the Rabbit. Rosewood back and sides. I don't know if we can hear the string starting to fret out a little bit. Can you hear it? Can you guys hear it as I bend? That's because of the 7.5 fret radius. But if you have it on distortion mode, it's not so apparent. Nice guitar. You find it hard to play a 7.25? Ah. Kind of explain to me like why is it hard for you to play a 7.25, Alan? Konzi. I'm playing a I'm actually using a Helix native. So just now, for the clean sound, I'm actually going through a Fender Deluxe emulation. For the distorted solo, I'm actually using 2 amps, so it's a bi amp setting. Yep. Yeah, the Helix Line 6 Helix native, right? What pedal is used to play lead? Dominic, what pedal is used to play lead louder and lower volume for it? I mean, just playing myself with a backing track. Or okay, I'm glad you asked that question. There are many ways that you can actually do that. One of the ways that we used to do it back in the days is really just turning up the volume knob, and I'll tell you why there is a good and where there is disadvantage and where there's not a disadvantage thing. Like, you know, if I'm going to do right, so I've set up my amp in such a way where it's actually quite in a way it's high gain, because if I were to dig in, you can actually hear it. You know, it's loud now. Okay, just bring it down a little bit. Right, there is a sort of a breakup. Right, there's a sort of breakup when you dig in. But if I were to like back off the volume just a little bit, now, not only does it get softer, but you know, the tone kind of like clean up. You know, it's not so distorted as opposed to. Right? Just by backing down the volume knob a little bit. And even that works for the last pickup too. So a lot of it depends on your volume knob as well as your dynamics, how hard you play and how soft you play, and that's the cheapest way to kind of bring down the volume. Of course, if you're talking about pedals, of course there is this volume boost pedals and stuff like that. You know, you can get into all that, but I find that the best way is through through your own control of your guitar. You know, I think I have a treble what you call it, a treble bleed installed in this guitar, so I could play real soft and still not lose the clarity. Okay. So you can actually like just play like normal rhythm guitar just by backing off. Something. It cleans up really nicely. Yeah, so there's one way. I hope this helps. Dominic. Bob. I love the way you studied their scales and create a unique melodies and phrases. I studied Clapton and Moore, and it sort of stuck in that line pertaining to lead patterns. Thank you, Bob. Oh, a lot of us are stuck in a certain mode. Like like I said many times, I have students coming in and telling me that they are stuck, or rather they have been taught the pentatonic scale all their life, and they have only that knowledge in their head. So all they know and all they do is all they play, and then that's all they're stuck with, and it's really hard, it's sad to see that there's a whole lot of stuff you can do, like in E minor. Just stuck with all the pentatonic scale, but there's so many things you can do. Right? So don't be confined to just the pentatonic scale. Break out of it. I'm just going to give you one note that would radically change your whole mindset. If you're talking about E minor, most of you are like quite familiar with. Just a F sharp note will change everything. When you're just one note shy of the G, right? And then there's another note here. And this is of course the C sharp note. So it doesn't belong to the E minor scale. Right? It doesn't belong to that. The C sharp. So by incorporating that C sharp note, you're actually having a sort of a Dorian thing going on. So you guys, and you can incorporate that in your solo. I'm going to show you. Just send me. I don't mind. I don't need to save this. So if I'm going to do a solo. So instead of playing a pentatonic scale, which is all fine, but having the C sharp note there and the F sharp, it kind of like brings you to another another paradigm in many ways, you know, and you can actually cater your solo to with the addition of these notes, you know, and put it into another direction. So. This helps. Yeah, don't be afraid of playing notes that you're not familiar with. Like, you know, if you've been taught and you have been playing pentatonic scales for the longest time in your life, then, you know, it's about time that you might want to kind of start experimenting with notes that doesn't fit into your comfort zone, right? Hi, Gregory. Yeah, Gregory Hill Sr. Surat, you're loving the Impero, but I wish it did the dual M thing. Yeah, that's what was I thought was lacking. Yeah. I hope it helps, Dominic. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? You hear this? Now this is what this is what happens to volume pots that are subjected to the humid conditions. This is in the case. It's not hanging out there. I know the first thing that you guys would think about is a humidifier that I have in the room. No, it doesn't affect, because it's in the case all along. It's just the way that Singapore is. You know, it's just humid. You know. So what I used to do is just to kind of tour it, you know, and it would probably disappear. Yeah, I probably need to change the pot soon. But I like this pot because the tapering is really smooth, you know. But this is so irritating. Hi, Greg. How are you? Yes. Yeah, you're right, David. Lubricant helps. Sometimes, for me, I don't like to have like wet things on my guitar, whether under the nut or anything. So, if possible, I would like to keep a real dry guitar, especially, you know, when you are touching the guitar all over the place. But for the nut, you know, you can't help it, because sometimes you just need a little bit of lubricant under the nut, and that's the most I can actually apply when it comes to wet stuff. Yeah, Greg. Oh, okay. You, I'll say it tomorrow. Watch the mail, right? Watch the mailbox, Greg. Hi, Leonard. How are you? Yeah, I could use a cleaner. You know, that's what I did the last time. So I'm probably gonna spray this and drown it, like what Wayne says. Drown the pot with contact cleaner. I'm probably gonna do it later on. That's what I did for my Comanche. It solved the problem, but I didn't want it to happen again, so I changed the whole pot. Okay, cool, Leonard. I really love this this guitar because of the pickups. These are ceramic pickups, but they have the nice mid-range, which I really dig. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's much easier. The reason why I changed the pots for the Comanche is because I was thinking of bringing the Comanche out for my next tour, which incidentally is going to be in December in Hong Kong. That's the date that was booked. The rest of the shows from now to the end of the year has all been postponed, so I won't be traveling anytime soon. Yeah, thanks, Alan. I have the WD-40 as well, and I have these contact cleaners as well, so I can choose between these two. I have this. If all things fail, this is WD-40. Although I would not use this. These are not for electronic parts anyway. Yep. But I have this, so this is a contact cleaner, and it works. It worked the first time, so yeah. Thank you for your concern, guys. Sorry, Scott, what are you trying to say? Despite price, what of your guitar feel the best to play? Are you asking me, despite what these guitars are worth, like how much they cost, which guitar is the most comfortable to play? I have to say, wow, okay, let me think about it, right? Let me give me some time to think about it. Regardless of price. Like I said, every one of us have different hand sizes. So what might be comfortable for me might not be comfortable for you. For me, I'm actually very comfortable with all the Harley Benton guitars that I own. And I'm also comfortable with the G&L guitars that I own. And I'm comfortable with this guitar. This has a traditional, I don't know, this is like a C? It's more like a U shape. But I'm so comfortable with this neck. And even though it's 7.5, fret radius of 7.5, I find it, it's okay. Oh, I'm running out of coffee. Yeah. No, relax, Gregory Hill. There are WD-40s that are for contact cleaners, but I'm not going to use that. That it was just for my bicycle. This is not for contact cleaner. This is for for squeaks and stuff. This is for my bike. This is not for my guitar. I have it here because I wanted to use the nozzle, that straw thing. Yeah, don't worry. I know. Yeah. Like I said, sometimes most of the time is you get what you pay for. So especially when it comes to cables, but some of it could be just sometimes you can only hear kind of little difference. Leonard, this is a traditional 50 Strat. It's not a 57. It's not a reissue. This is a Japan made. Very cheap. This goes about like Singapore dollars about I bought it for $1,000. Brand new, okay? Maybe 1,001, 1,001 something like that. Brand new. So it's not really expensive. I like the tone. That's why it's one of my favorite guitars. What, Paul? So expensive? A contact cleaner goes for 80 euros? No. You can get that cheaper in Toman, from Toman. But they can't send it to me because there's compressed air inside, so they don't want to take the risk. So they don't want to sell it to me. No, I have not tried Fishman humbuckers. No, Leonard. I bought this from Alchemy, Sound Alchemy, Peninsula Hotel. This was like last year. February or March, I guess. Ronnie, O'Rourke. I have a 7.25 radius vintage 50 Strat style guitar with a V-neck, and I got used to it pretty quick, having played on a 9.5, and the C-neck mainly. I play the same rubbish out the window. No, I doubt that. Okay, David, have a great Sunday morning. I'm going to tighten this a little bit, see how it goes. I don't like the tremolo arm to be too tight because you lose a lot of control. But at the same time, having it too loose means there'll be a whole lot of wobble. Can you see this wobble? I don't like that. I like that's why I like the dual fulcrum tremolo system from G&L. Those are really good. There's a bit of play in between the grooves. Yes, Tegan, what's the name? Tegan Array. Where are you from, Tegan? The Langley VC15, yes. I love this amp. I bought it many years ago. It was, I bought it used. Not in a good condition, but kind of retube it. So it's all been retubed. Great amp. Gregory, what finger chord exercises do you do before playing or rehearsing? You know what? I don't actually do any exercises, which is really bad because my fingers are really not warm out at times. But I'll try to, like, you know, fret out chords if I can and get a hang of it. And, yeah, and bend, just do a couple of bends. And if I like it, I mean, if I have problem with the bends, then I'll do this. You know, pull my. As y'all might know, I mean, I used to have some problems with my finger joints, so but it's gone now. So it doesn't bother me that much. But in cold weathers, right, for example, or if I'm playing like in winter, yeah, your joints will get stiffened up. So what I do is to keep my hands warm, and that's it. When the music is on, you know, that's where the adrenaline comes in, and yeah, after the first song, I'll be fine, provided the first song doesn't have a full-blown solo that you know, that is really, you know, challenging. Yeah, most of them don't, you know, so I'm fine. Tegan, you're from Turkey, Istanbul. Nice. This one place I like to visit. Yeah. You know, yeah. I've never been to the Middle East or, you know, anywhere. Well, you know, except for the stopover in what's that place called? Where everybody stops over on the way to Europe, Dubai. Yeah. Yeah. Turkey is one of my wish list. Saichaman. Hi. Nihonjin, eh? Konbawa. IDK, I don't know. Hey guys, if just press that like button, okay? Because I have 29 here, but I'm seeing like 16 likes. Yeah, just press that like button if you can. And just another reminder that there is a super chat thing going on. So if you want to like contribute something to this channel, yeah, just feel free to go ahead. If not, it's okay. Josemi Diaz Felicia? You're from Spain. Hola. I'm gonna bring this up a bit because I'm getting blind. Oh, okay, it's good. I'm sorry, Paul. I have not much experience with a Bigsby. There was only 2 occasions where I played a Bigsby. One is with a the Vintera Telecaster, and another one on the Gretsch. Both occasions I wasn't too impressed with the Bigsby at all. Good looking hardware, but you know, when you spend all your life playing with all the tremolo systems that's available, you know. You're welcome, Tegan. Okay, I can't live with this, so I'm gonna fix it right now. You guys talk among yourself, okay? Just give me a second. My favorite trem system is like I said, the dual fulcrum tremolo system from G&L. There is another one which potentially might be my all-time favorite, but I can't really tell you now because it's from Vega Trem, and I think it's really good. Just that I haven't had the chance to try it firsthand. I actually wanted to try it because I wanted a tremolo system where, you know, I don't have to send to Wayne to install for me. That I could just do it myself, and that's what Vega Trem promises. And from what I hear, they're really good. So we'll see. I'm getting them to send me a working model as soon as possible. So we'll see how it goes. Done. It was fast. RJ? George? Is that George? Let me see your question. What's the question? Just Sammy, I want to buy a Harley Benton Les Paul. Which one would you recommend me, please? You know what? For Harley Bentons, my experience with them is that, you know, you pay for what you get. So the more expensive, or rather the models with the more expensive models are probably the better ones. Why? Because of the choice of wood, you know, and I'm sure that the Les Paul models, Harley Benton Les Paul models have mahogany, yeah, but those are different grades of mahogany, and they do not have rosewood fretboard or even Caribbean rosewood. They have like stuff like Gibraltar, or you know, maybe if you're lucky, you end up with a Palfaro, right? Sometimes they have ebony fretboard, which is really nice. You know, these are not the typical black ebony fretboards, but really nice brown ones with nice grains. So I'm pretty impressed with their ebony fretboards, which is featured on the green ocean turquoise Harley Benton too. which I sold away. And that has a very nice ebony fretboard. Yeah, smooth now. Smooth as butter. Okay, yeah, Jack the Rabbit. I've been hearing good things. Don't know, you know, they're great and good reviews, but they are not cheap. Yeah, they're kind of on the high side. But you know, you pay for what you get. So, Jorge, I don't know how I pronounce the name. Anyway, he asked me, do you use IRs with your Helix? If yes, what makes you like it more than the stock caps? Okay, I can tell you this. The IRs that I use are from 3 Sigma. I bought the, you're not mistaken, this is like quite long ago. I bought the vintage pack as well as the modern pack, you're not mistaken. So I have a range of the Vox caps all the way to the Fenders and then to the Marshalls. I didn't go for the heavy metal set because I'm not playing heavy metal anyway. The reason why I love the IRs in my Helix, the 3 Sigma, is because the frequency response from the IRs are way better than the caps that was provided. Half the time, the caps will suffice, but once I've like had the IRs on, you just want to have it on all the time, and I didn't feel the need to go back to the caps again. Although I can probably make do with the caps, like, you know, if I haven't heard of the 3 Sigma IRs before and ever, I probably can live and get a real good tone with the caps that were provided by Helix. But the fact that the IRs took out a lot of equations, you know, so I didn't have to like tweak a whole lot just to get the sound that I wanted. It just sounded right to me, and I stuck to it. And there's a couple of IRs that I only use, you know, not all the IRs are brokeable. Not mistaken, this is with an IR. Is this with an IR? Yeah, this even though I'm using a sort of Fender Deluxe amp, I'm actually using a Vox 212s. Yeah. So this is a Vox 212 IR that I'm using in conjunction with the Fender Deluxe amp simulation. Sachaman, this is from Japan, from your country. This is a Fender Japan. Hey, bye Dennis, take care. Hi, Jim. Okay, Dominic, are you going back to work tomorrow? See, even for like, I have a light here. In case, yeah, you can see the light here. So, even though this is like a single coil guitar, it's not that noisy. You don't hear much noise. Right? And it's pretty cool. Like, you know, I can actually work with this guitar. That's why it's one of my favorite. Probably because, I don't know, because of the output. No, Greg, that's not Firebird. Alright. Night, Dominic. Have a good time. In case you guys don't know, tomorrow is today is the 1st of June. So that's where this semi-lockdown that we're having over here comes to an end. But it's not a total elimination of the lockdown. Certain things are opening up. Certain retail stores are opening, I think. Restaurants are open, not yet open. I guess the second phase of it will be open, where you can have dinner, out. For now, I don't think that's possible, but certain people are going back to work. They're trying to open up the schools too. More shops are open, so that's good. Music shops unfortunately are not open yet, so yeah, for those of us who are still needing guitar strings, yeah, that will be a problem. So I guess some people are going back to work, and the bulk of us are still working at home. So it's not entirely a shutdown of the lockdown. The second phase will be better, because second phase would have restaurants open up, but there's a cap, of certain people allowed in the restaurant. Shopping centers will be open, which is good. And we're not actually having a total lockdown in Singapore. So, there's hawker centers, the food courts are still available, and people are still are still able to get around, But the government is just trying to keep us at home as much as possible. So, come today, which is the 1st of June, you will see a lot more people going out for exercises and stuff like that. Yeah. Especially the old folks, As of today, also, my daughter, who's married, will be able to come and visit me. So the young ones are able to visit the older ones, but the older ones are not able to visit the younger ones. Meaning, if you're a parent, if you're getting on the age, which I'm not, but if you're like over 60 or 70, you're advised. In fact, you're ordered not to visit anyone. You're ordered to stay home and let your kids come and visit you, or your grandkids come and visit you. So this is what's happening. Oh, cool, Paul. That's great news. I understand there are a lot of things I've opened up in Italy. And am I right, Paul? Paul is from Italy. Jack Rabbit. Hi, Ian. Let me see you. Kind of sneak in again, eh? Hi, Jack Collins. Cool. Would the first order of business be to take your wife out for a romantic meal? I get a feeling and hope that most of us have been doing that. Yes, actually, just not just my wife. I need to take the whole family out. They've been cooped up, especially my son. Probably some of you might not know, but my son is autistic, on the lower spectrum, thank God. But he's dying to get out, and don't blame him. So yeah, probably we'll take everyone out, including my eldest daughter, who's not staying with me, out for dinner. Yeah, spend some time together as a family. Sorry. Sergio. Yes, Sergio Luis Martinez. Palomino. You're from Peru. Oh, good. I've seen your review of the Blues Boy GNL and I bought it. Wow. I have one question. I've seen that you have done some covers about Jesus. You're Christian? Yes, I am. Yes, I'm Christian. Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, Ian, I am just dying to get out with the kids. Too bad my favorite Japanese restaurant is closed. Yeah, doesn't exist anymore. So I have to go to another branch. Hopefully, I can get some nice Japanese food. What happened to you, Ian? Have you been writing news stories? What happened to you, Ian? Bruno, sorry, I missed you, Bruno. Bruno Travaris. Which one is best for you, fingers or pick? Pick. I just started playing with my fingers. It didn't sound so right. I started playing with my fingers like about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Yeah, it's fine. It's really hard because of my nails. So yeah, I'm still trying to get a hang of it. Cool. Jack Rabbit, you don't get out much, do you? Like go out for groceries or stuff like that, or you just kind of coop up at home? Oh, you have Parkinson's. Oh. Hmm. Okay, Ian. All right. We'll be praying for you. Yeah. But you're on medication now. Are you on medication or you know or what, Ian? Sergio, yes. I just bought a Fender CD60 acoustic. Do you hear about that? No, I have no experience with the Fender acoustic guitars. Yeah. Did I own a Fender acoustic guitar before? No, no. I actually have no experiences with. Yeah, that's a good thing. Maybe I should try and get my hands on one of the Fender acoustic guitars. Oh, okay. Hey, Jack. How old are you? You're too young. Right? I think you're too young to be an introvert. How old are you actually? In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just trying to do the autofocus here. Yeah. Oh, okay. You've been on meds for years, Ian. Not really that strange, but my tremors are less when I. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm not surprised that when you're playing guitar that your tremors would stop. There's certain there's some this thing about playing guitar or playing music in general that feeds your soul. And I always thought that music is such a spiritual thing to me. It's like a language that, yeah, it's like a language, true. The notes that you play, the expression that you have, that's coming from within you. It's like a direct, I love God. I'm a believer. I'm a God believer. So I choose to believe that when I'm playing music, I'm actually communicating with God in many ways. Sometimes when you're angry or when you're it's not just about playing to impress people, or sometimes it's just a really how should I call it, a silent passage for you yourself and you between the God that if you choose to believe, it's just a silent passage between you and Him. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't find any other better way to describe it. But all I know is that when I'm playing music, I feel a whole lot calmer. When I'm playing music, it helps to bring down my anxieties in many ways. Believe it or not, I'm actually very super anxious about certain things. But when I'm playing music, it kind of like soothes out everything. Yeah, smoothing out all the edges. Better than the bourbon. Yeah. Oh, Paul, yes, you were mentioning about. I used to have a Mustang, but not with a HH. The Mustang that I had was like and it's original Fender Mustang. It's with a single coil, but I was so stupid. This is back when I was really young. I'll try to get a picture of it for you. I was so young. I had it when I first started playing music, right? And I sold it. I sold it away for like $300. Stupid me, I should have kept it. Yeah. I regretted it until today. I should have kept the guitar because the guitar was real good. It was a good guitar. It served me well. Whoa, it's blue in color. Cool. Okay. Well, I can't imagine you, Jack Rabbit, as a bouncer. You look so at peace with yourself. You don't look like a bouncer to me. And I've seen bouncers in my lifetime. I know how they are like. Well, yeah, I've seen a lot of bouncers who are sweethearts in deep inside. You don't strike me as a bouncer. I'm glad you got out of that line. That's a violent line to be in, especially from where you're coming from. Let's see if you can find the pictures of my Mustang. Right. Sergio, I have seen that you use the volume of the guitars a lot to generate that strange sound. Strange sound. Could you do a tutorial on how to do it? It's a combination of the effects that you use. Like you could put a lot of reverb and delay. Maybe compress the signal a lot so that it sustains more. And by playing with the volume, with the volume knob or with the volume pedal, you can actually do like a pad, like a synthesizer sound, like a cello if you choose to play in certain octave. Yeah. I probably might do a tutorial one day on how to do volume swells. Although I'm not expert, you know, I can't actually do real fast volume swells like, you know, like some people. Yeah. That's a great title, Ian. Take Me by the Hand. All right, Paul, you want to see my what you call it? My Fender Mustang. Oh, where is it big enough to see this? Escape. Okay. Hey, how to escape? Okay. Check out my Mustang, right? Hold on. Can you see this? That's my Mustang. It's my old Ibanez, right? This is my Mustang. If I'm mistaken, it's a single call. Yeah, single. Very pretty. I can't regret, you know, I'm still regretting selling this guitar. Shouldn't have sold it. Yeah, I should have sold it that time. Hash. Yeah, Jack. And you work in a biker's bar, you know. Well, do you know that that brother who got who got yeah, who was killed, you know, in Minneapolis, or is it in the where is this what is his name, Floyd, you know? He was a bouncer. He was a part-time bouncer. Hmm. Sergio, yes, I'm very happy with my guitars. I love my guitars. I love playing my guitars. Sorry. What? uh, Yeah, same here, Jack. I spent my time in clubs when I was playing in clubs, and I've seen how and seen what idiots people can be, and see how I don't know how they are, especially after a couple of drinks. And yeah, it's just like you. I observe people, and there's something I want to share with you, Jack, because of your observing nature. Since you like to look at people and kind of like figure out. It's a good tool to write songs. I written so many songs just by observing people in Starbucks. And of course the experiences that I have when I was playing in clubs are observing the waitresses. Obviously the pretty ones, but just observing them, how they live their lives, and a lot of them are like have dramatic lifestyles. Some of them are, especially in Singapore, we have expatriates, and these are all local girls who have fallen in love with expatriates, and some how it all goes. Like some of them will be abused, and some get their hearts broken. Some have happy marriages, like one of my friends who actually was a bartender, and she's pretty, she's real pretty, and she hooked up with a British man, and they got married, have 2 sons, and they are living right now in Dubai, if not mistaken, or Indonesia or something like that. And great husband, right? British man, very nice. So you win some, you lose some. But all in all, I get to notice all these waitresses and clients, and that's how I got my inspiration for some of the songs that I've written. And I used to observe like when I'm sitting having my coffee in Starbucks, of people talking among themselves, and sometimes they'll be like so loud you can't help but to know what they're talking about, and you can write out little stories about them. And sometimes all it takes is a little bit of imagination, and you can probably write a song about them. So that's one good thing about being observant. And if God has given you this gift of observing people, then you can use it in many ways. You could use it to write a song. In my case now, when I'm teaching, I more or less observe how my students are, and yeah, and sometimes I would minister to them, or talk to them in many ways, because just by seeing them playing the guitar and watching them learn the guitar tells me a whole lot about the character. Yeah, so something to take note of, right, Jack? Or cheese pepperonis. Oh my good Lord, you're making me just by calling out your name just makes me hangry. Hangry. Hey, that's a new word. Hangry. Yeah, my friend just taught me. Hungry and angry at the same time. Hangry. Just wondering, how do you get your Harley Bentons in Singapore? I get them by ordering them through Taman. Right, Taman. So it's online. Yeah. Hi, Gwenta. No, you're not late. Well, in a way, you are. We started at 12, so it's 2 hours in. Hi, Elvin. Oh, everybody's here. Yeah, Jack. When we do meet up, it'll be good to just sit down and just hang and chill. Coffee, no beer for me, thank you. Although, yeah. Yeah, all right. Maybe Hash does improve the tremors, but I find getting it difficult since you kind of attract attention, but it's hard if you can't walk straight. Ronnie, sometimes I just stare at my 3 guitars, look them over, turn them around, and delight in the beauty of them, and then put them back all without playing. Weird or not? Okay, weird it is then. No, it's not, Ronnie. It is not. It is just... It's just what we are. We are guitarists. Sometimes we like the shape of the guitar. And look at how I'm holding this guitar. You can tell that I'm in love with this guitar so much. And there are guitars that puts you off in many ways, and you just don't want to go near them. But there are guitars that you enjoy playing, and I would like to have this, everywhere I go. Sitting on a couch or anything like that. But unfortunately, I can't, because my wife would get angry at me. So yeah, sometimes a guitar will just makes you look good. You know, it just looks good to you and it just makes you want to play it. So yeah, you know what you can do, Ronnie, is to just hang it up so you can watch it. You can look at them all the time. Arcade. Well, the prices have gone up. Delivery charges have gone up because of the COVID-19. So you know, yeah, coffee it is. Oh, really? Yeah, Sergio, I understand. Because of the freight charges, right? It's going to cost you a whole lot. Mm. But there's no other way to get Harley Benton except from Toman. One way to do it is to you know get a couple of friends together and kind of quit and kind of share the charges. So if you have 4 or 5 friends who wanted to buy some guitars and stuff like that, just remember to keep it under 30 kg, under 30 kg. So they'll still charge you for that amount for 30 kg. Sometimes if the item is too big, they'll split it into 2 packages, but they still charge you at 1 delivery charge. So it makes sense. Where are you from? Cheese, pepperoni, salami? Don't tell me you're from New York. Alvin, yes, I've played on a Harley Benton. I've played on many Harley Benton acoustic guitars. Ah, cheese, pepperoni, salami. You're from Singapore. Thank you. Just give me a second. I'm going to do a costume change with my guitars. Supposed to be like this. This Alvin is a Harley Benton CLD 41. hear through the microphone? Cheese pepperoni, they don't know about Milo. Except maybe in England they do know. Strings are tarnished, but it's okay, you know. Oh, you bought a Carlis. You bought a HP62, ST62. Good Strat. Yes, Alvin, this is a great guitar to buy. You know, this is what I recommend. If you want to buy a Harley Benton acoustic guitar, just go for this. Don't even bother to look anything else. I've tried almost all the top range. Well, almost all. I tried the one with the mahogany. Right, and I have the, what's it called? What's the other one that I had? So many models I can't remember. This one, okay, I had the other one, and so far I've tried all these Harley Benton guitars. This is the best. This sounds, and the wood has opened up. Yeah, the strings are old. Yeah, the strings are old because I've been playing it for a long time. Sika spruce top, walnut side and back. These are all walnut, and mahogany neck. Yeah, it looks. They purposely made it look like a Martin D41. All the bling and everything, right? You can see all the bling. Ronnie, can an oil can guitar replicate itself? I think so. Cheese pepperoni salami. What's your experience with performing live gigs in Singapore? Just curious. Cheese pepperoni salami. You want to join the Facebook, my Facebook page, under John is just too loud. I have a survey for you to fill up if you want. If you are a working musician, then you know it'd be good for you to fill out the survey. The survey is actually meant for just a head count, you know, of how many musicians are there in Singapore, and we're gonna present it to the government if there's a chance to kind of like highlight the fact of the matter that that there are musicians in Singapore who are really struggling because of the COVID-19. I myself have all my gigs postponed all the way until December. And whether it's going to happen in December is, still have no idea yet. But the December gig will be in Hong Kong. So you might want to fill out the survey, so I can pass you the survey, if there's a way to communicate with you. Yeah. As opposed to your question, what's your experience with performing live gigs in Singapore? I've never, I've stopped performing in clubs after I left the club scene back in 1989. Only done concerts tours here, concert shows here, and the Singapore audience is one of the best that I've encountered. Down, and the crowd know that there are Singapore musicians in the band, so yeah, that probably help a bit. But Singapore musicians, Singapore crowds, audience have this ability to enjoy a concert. Not like what a lot of people thought, that Singaporeans are so square, that they don't know how to party. But once they start jumping up and down with the music, that's it. They go wild. Yeah, it's great to see them like that. Yes, Alvin, that's a CRD 41. Jack, quite a few chord Ghost series. I find they are a phenomenal value for both build and quality. And do you have any chord guitars? At one time, chord guitars were pretty common in many ways, because there were a lot of shops carrying them. But I haven't actually tried any of them as per se. I've never really reviewed anything like that. Hi, Jack Collins. Thank you, Carlos. Performing live in a band setting. Unfortunately, this is why the survey was all about, because we also want to make it known to the club owners that they should stop hiring foreign bands, if they can. Maybe set a quota, like or you need to have at least about 85 or 80 to 85% of local musicians working in the clubs, and you have the 15 or 20 or 15% of foreign musicians. Because a lot of club owners will opt for the foreign musicians because they are cheaper. And it's also another awareness for the local musicians to get on with their act, and rise up to the occasion and play better and perform better, and not to lose the credibility as a musicians to foreign musicians. And there's something that we are trying to make it known to the club owners as well as to the government. So if you want to know about performing in a band, you need to get out and see the local bands. How there are good local bands in Singapore. There are real good local bands in Singapore. I'm so happy to see them. I was telling my wife the other day that maybe one day we should just go out and just go clubbing for like a week and visit all the clubs and see all these local bands that my daughters were raving about. So yeah, but then this COVID-19 hit, and yeah, couldn't have a chance to do it anyway. See, I'm not the only one. Paul is getting hungry too. Balm hangry. You're welcome, Ellen. No, Ian, I haven't tried the Tanglewood. Paul, così così italiano, così così French. I spoke a bit of Italian, just a bit of Italian, because I spent a month in Italy. I went out to Italy twice, so I was so fascinated by the Italian language, and in many ways, you're familiar with what the Italians are saying because you have stuff like, the musical stuff, for example, crescendo, what's the other one? Oh man, piano, There's a whole lot of stuff that we see all the time in our musical scores, and then you go like, oh, okay, so this is what it means, The French is because it's a beautiful language by itself, and I only know a smattering of French, not a whole lot. Although it's a language that I would like to learn, but I also like Japanese. I love the Japanese language. I think the Japanese culture and the language is something that mesmerized me more than any other culture. The Italians, the way Italian language and the way Italian people are, it reminded me so much of how we Chinese are. Italians and Chinese actually share the same affection for families, not that other races don't, but we tend to be very vocal about love for our families, and the way we speak, it's like, yeah, that's why I like the Italian culture, not because of anything. Italian girls are beautiful, bella miso. Hi Dara, Mr. Connolly, how are you? Oh, Korean, yeah, Korean. Oh, my wife is like on a Korean series binge watching trip. Every time I get out of this room, I'll see her in the hall, and she'll be watching her Korean drama series. And I don't know how many she went through ever since this whole lockdown began. Hi Dara, this is a Harley Benton CLD41. I'm surprised you don't know about this because I did a review of this. So you guys haven't been following my videos. Yeah, this was reviewed a couple of videos back. You watch all my videos and you missed this one out? Oh, okay, probably because you can't see the side here, right? So we'll shift it a bit, then you'll probably know that it's a Harley Benton. Yeah. This could be mistaken for a Martin guitar. Oh, no, it's the lens. I have a wide angle, 16mm here, so it looks kind of small. And it's actually quite small for a Dreadnought, compared to my D35. Mr. O'Rourke, you're such a funny man. You're such a funny man. The cat sat on a mat, eh? The cat sat on a mat. Oh yeah, Dara. It's still on sale in Toman, if I'm not mistaken. Like I was saying again, so for the benefit of those who just came in, of all the Harley Benton guitars, acoustic guitars, as far as the Harley Benton acoustic guitar is concerned, this is the cream of the crop, in my opinion. There's another guitar that's made of all mahogany, which is more expensive than this. Get this instead. You know, you won't regret it. Okay, Alvin, have you ever mic'd it? What mic do you think is good for acoustic? Yes, I mic'd this during the review. I was using my my tube mic, my Harley Benton, my Thomann T-Bone SCT 800 tube mic. That mic, you know, works for acoustic guitars. If I were to mic a acoustic guitar, if I plan to buy a microphone for acoustic guitar, I would buy a large diaphragm mic, you know, a condenser mic. Somehow the dynamic mic just doesn't cut it for acoustic guitar, because it just can't capture the whole spectrum of the sound. Like, you know, provided you know you know where to mic your guitar. Again, I'd like to remind you that, you know, the only one that can make a guitar sound good is you yourself, the player. So when you're miking a guitar, you know, and you're hearing it through your headphones, try to find out which is the best position for you, the sweet spot. And if it's like, you know, if it's gonna be like, okay, this is the mic that I'm using right now. You know, everywhere I play, it sounds different. I don't know whether you can hear this. You know, there's a whole difference. So you are actually more of an expert of your instrument than the engineers are. So if you're gonna do it at home, you know, try to get the best position by yourself. You know, and don't go for all those things that the some of the magazines or website would tell you, like sticking to pencil mics and stuff like that. Some of this will work in certain occasions, but not all the time. Some would advise you to, you know, to have it at the 12th fret, some at the 14th, you know, whatever it is. It just don't really matter, because you are the one who's playing it. You should know, or rather the producer, you know, if you're doing your own thing, you're probably the producer and the player. So you probably would know how you want your guitar to sound. Like I have a D35. So when I'm playing a D35, I will have it, yeah, on the 12th fret sometimes, because especially for finger picking. Because I don't want that the bass response to be too overwhelming. It sounds totally different when you're playing your fingers as well as your fingers. Sorry, it sounds very different playing with a pick and with your fingers. Like, you know, this is how it sounds with a pick. With finger. You can tell just by listening to this, you can just tell the difference. Volume differences, tone differences. So depending on what you use, pick or fingers, you know, and where your position your mic is, it plays a lot of differences. Yeah. Right, bye cheese pepperoni. That get G-A-D, so I have to always. I'm still discovering D, open D tuning, you know, so yeah, it's just so fascinating the way you can do a whole lot of chordal changes, you know, and it's a great tool, Jack the Rabbit, if you want to write songs. Open D and open E, you know, there's so many things you can do, and because of the chordal makeup of an open chord tuning, it gives you different melodies to develop, you know, as you're playing. Yeah. You can hear that the guitar sounds very dull because the low string and everything is all, because he's all a bit rusty. Well, not rusty, it's like, you know, well played. Guitar would sound really good with a new set of strings. Yep. So this is the CRD 41. Really nice guitar. Okay, so can you guys, anyone you guys tell me how much is the Tanglewood guitar? How much does it cost? We're talking about the mid range. How much does it cost? You're too kind, Alan. I don't play really well, you know. Yeah, I'm just glad I'm able to play. How much does it range? What's the range of the guitars? The Tanglewood. Anybody got any idea? £295. Pounds, right? It's not euros, right? Pounds. £295. That would be. Okay, Google. What is £295 British pounds in Singapore dollars? Okay, Google, bring your volume up to 70%. How much is 325 British pounds in Singapore dollars?
£325 is approximately 567 Singapore dollars and 14 cents.
And it's not too expensive. Yeah. It's not too expensive. Alvin. Yeah, I grew up listening to John Denver. You know, there's one album by John Denver that I really love. It's called Wind Song. Yep, Wind Song. And I love the album. It's, the whole album just has that dreamlike quality to it. You know, and I think that was one of his last few albums, or maybe the last album before he passed. Right, before he got involved in that plane crash. And that album had Oliver Newton-John in it. Right, so what more could I ask? Well, that's not too bad, Alan. Yeah. It's almost the price. Well, with the £500, of course, it's a different thing. Yeah. Okay, Google. How much is 500 British pounds in Singapore dollars?
£5 is approximately 8 Singapore dollars and 73 cents.
So it's about $800 Singapore dollars for a £500 Tanglewood guitar. That's, you know, if it's well made. Where are they made? Anyone know? Are they made in England, or are they made in the States, or are they, like, you know, made in China or Indonesia? That explains it. Okay. So they are made in China and Indonesia, just like Harley Benton. So what's the difference between? I mean, some of you guys might have owned like Harley Benton guitars. So how do you compare both of them with the Tanglewood guitars? Are there any much difference? One of you was saying that they had a bit of a raps to it, like what? Martin and Taylor are higher grade than, yeah, all right. One of you was saying that it has a nice raps to it for blues or something like that. Chord? No, I don't think they're made by Chord. I don't know, maybe, because that company, like, you know, that factory manufactures a whole lot of guitars for other brands. Okay. All right, Alan. I hear you. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I should check them out. There's no distributor here for Tanglewood guitars in Singapore, unfortunately. Sergio, I don't buy all the guitars that I review. I only have one Martin guitar. You know, I have a D35, and that's it. Only one. It breaks my bank. Yeah. The rest of the Martin guitars that you see me review, they're all from the shop that provide me this guitar. So after review, I would, you know, they would come and collect it. So they go back to the shop. Yeah. I have a Martin D35. I have a Taylor 520 series, and these are the two that I use a lot. The Taylor has been with me for many years. And then of course I have the Harley Benton. I used to have another Harley Benton which I gave it away to a good friend of mine. That Harley Benton sounded really good. I forgot the model. I'll let you know the model right now. Just give me a second. Let me see now. Hi, this is Jonathan. How you guys doing? Okay. I'm doing fine. Okay, the other model that I used to have from Harley Benton is the Custom Line Superior EVS. Custom Line Superior EVS. That guitar actually was a very good guitar. It is a very good guitar, and I gave it to a friend of mine because I think he needed some change in his life, so he wanted to play guitar because Anyway, he loved that guitar. I love that guitar too, and I had that, and then I requested to review 2 acoustic guitars from Harley Benton. They sent me the D41 as well as the other one, which is what's the other one? The CLD40 SMCE, which is actually a mahogany. Yeah, and that guitar was okay, but it didn't quite no, it didn't do anything for me. So I have this CLD41 right now, and I use it for my recordings. Schecter. Hi, Kurt. Schecter guitars are good. They used to be among the top guitar brands back in the 90s. But recently I haven't tried any Schecter guitars, and I believe they are also made in Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken, now these days. A lot of guitars these days are made in Indonesia. Yeah, and that's probably why the Fender guitars are still expensive, except for those who are, which are made in Mexico, but they're still expensive compared to the ones in Indonesia. Ibanez are making a whole lot of guitars. I have a whole lot of their guitars made in Indonesia. Okay, so find that good quality string helps move out any raps to the top end. It's not a harsh sound. Okay. Alright, Ian, I hear you. Alright. Okay. Well, I need to play the guitar to understand what you're talking about. That raps that you're talking about, Ian. I don't know. Maybe it's because what do you think causes that uniqueness of that tone? Is it because of the wood that they use, or what? What do you think? Hey, Jack the Rabbit. Remember the last stream that we had, and then I was playing a song, and then right after that, the Eagles came on with Hotel California. I didn't get a copyright claim on that video after all. I guess the intro doesn't really count. Once again, it's a good song. Good song that you written. Mine is mahogany neck. Ah, okay, okay, I understand. Okay, all right, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing about the mahogany guitars. The one mahogany guitar that I really liked was the Martin Streetmaster. Initially, I wanted to buy it. Yeah, Sergio, I actually wanted to buy. Well, I actually bought the Streetmaster. And it was all mahogany, but it's one of a kind guitar because it's very responsive, very resonant. You know, it's not like the Harley Benton mahogany guitar which I reviewed. But I suspect that guitar was the Harley Benton mahogany guitar was a bit dull was because of the finish that they slap the finish on. I just felt it was a bit too thick. And yes, I believe that the finishes that you put on acoustic guitar does affect the tone. And that's why you notice the Martin guitars have very light finishes, if at all. And that's why they're very resonant. And the Streetmaster has no finishes at all, it's just natural. And it's one of the best sounding. If I had the funds again, I would probably go back and buy the same guitar again. Yeah, it sounded so good, you know, and it's a very different sound from a D35. It's a sound that you can work with, right? And I think that's because of the mahogany makeup of the you know the wood that no, or right, what I'm saying. It's because of the mahogany in the acoustic guitar that gives you that different tone as opposed to cycas spruce and rosewood or whatever you have. So is the guitar like the Tanglewood that you have, Ian? Is it finished or is it bare? So we have a Tanglewood and now we have an orange wood. So what is what? So Ian, does your guitar has a finish on it, like a really thick finish or a very light? Orange wood. Where is orange wood from? Where are they made from? Ah, that explains it then. Okay, so it's just stain, not gloss. Yeah, or sand. Okay, especially the gloss one, you know, because the Harley Benton had that thick gloss or varnish on it. So I just found that during the review that, you know, it wasn't sounding out, you know, not like the CLD. The CLD is basically bare. Yeah, there's no finish to it. Just basically just bare. So what's the difference between orange wood and the Tanglewood? Are the orange wood made in the States or what? Strat, can you kind of enlighten me? Have you done your research? Ooh, that's nice. Whiskey stain. Interesting. I'm actually at the website right now, so I'm looking through what you guys are telling me. Alright. Britain's best-selling acoustic guitars. Nice. I'm seeing the high range, you know, the higher range can cost as much as 1,799, almost 1,008 British pounds. Yeah. Or they even have a D41 look-alike. Okay, I saw the whiskey stain of yours, Alan. Nice. Which one is yours, in? Which model is yours? Hi, George. What age did you start to play guitar at? I started playing when I was 13, I think. 13, yeah, but it wasn't really good, you know. So I was learning songs. I just started playing guitar because I loved the songs that I was hearing. So I wanted to sing the songs, you know, and never really got serious at it until I hit like 18, you know, and still wasn't really good. And yeah, so in 18 I had a band, so we used to play together every once a week, you know. That's just about it. Oh, everyone, I would love to drink this, but you know I can't because I'm still hungry, you know, and I want to go eat something before I start anything. Oh, there's some very nice wood here. The koa, nice. The koa looks really nice. Yeah, interesting. And they have so much range. They have a whole lot of ranges. Whole huge range. And you have mandolins too. Wow, nice. Yeah, sure. Hold on. Let's go from page 1. So you have all this. Wait, I can't see you guys, so I don't know what you guys are saying. Hold on. How do I get out of this mode? Alright. I need to see you guys. Okay, alright. Now I can see your chat. I'll put it back again. So these are the ones that cost a whole lot. It's like 1,799. Oh, so yours is TW70TE. What? TW70. TW70. There you go. This is yours? Nice. Okay. Oh, more of a natural color. Cool. What's yours, Alan? What model is yours? This is interesting. This little piece is out of stock anyway. That's nice, left-handed. Alan, you have a discovery. Did I miss it? Discovery. There you go, discovery. Alright, so this is discovery. Which one is yours? Which one is yours, Alan? The whiskey color? I don't see no whiskey color here. That's the only one that I see. Is this the one? Yeah, Jack, they look nice because of the wood that they chose. That's the one, right? SFCE. Well, they all are SFCE. This one? This one? Hi, Tony. Nice. Cool. Now we're just looking at some oh, discontinued, huh? Okay. We're just looking at some Tanglewood guitars because, you know, some of the chaps here were talking about the Tanglewood guitars and they were beaming about it and all. So I thought I'd have a little peek at them. They have very interesting side and backs. Yeah, it's like some of them have like thicker spruce, but they have like really interesting wood in the back. Cool, interesting. In any case, I'm telling you what, guys. You found it? TW. Oh, I thought yours is a Discovery. No, it's not. TW. Oh, let me just. Okay, let's bring it up again. So I'm going to do a search. How do I do a search here? Do I do a search here? Search. Oh, nice. Hi, James. You have a Sigma. I have a Sigma too. Nice. Do you like it, Tony? Do you like the guitars from Tanglewood? Oh, lovely, Ian. I try. God knows I tried. It's pretty hard to speak with this British accent because, you know, you need to process everything within my tiny little fragment of a brain, and to be able to come up with words that make any sense at all, if you know what I mean. Hi, Edmund. Wait, okay, look, where are you? Alan, where are you? Alan. Okay, Alan, where are you? Okay, TW4EWB. For EWB, so this is left hand. So this is the model that you have. That's a beauty. Absolutely lovely, Alan. It's a... Let me check out. Read more about this. See what it is. So it's a super folk cutaway, solid spruce top. Oh, nice. Mahogany side and back, fingerboard, ebon core. What are ebon core? A mixture of ebony and what? Core wood? Tech wood. Okay, strings. So this is the whiskey barrel glass. Nice, Alan. Nice. It's a nice choice. So what electronics do they have? How are the electronics? Are they good? Yeah, is that the truth, Ian? No sense at all. Nonsense. Alright, where are we now? Okay, really enjoyed the recent the Doheny V12 and Espada V12. Got a couple of V12s, my good lord. You are one rich man. You have a couple of V12s. You know, your favorite guitars. I'm jealous, admin. I'm jealous. It's James. Lots of O's and R's for it too, so the end. Yeah. George, what would be a really good bass guitar amp and cabinet? But you're asking me. You're asking me. I'm a guitarist. All right, going to take care. Auf Wiedersehen. Well, a couple of trace outlets are good. I don't know about, because I don't really play the bass. I plug my bass into my Helix Native, and I have a whole bunch of bass amps, simulated bass amps there to choose from. They were okay, but the one I tried not as high end, so I wasn't blown away. Ah, okay, Tony, thank you. Edward, you want the delay from the smart TV and the phone, and it's like almost 30 seconds. Just want to say thank you, John, for what you do, your live footage. You're welcome, Edward. I'm glad you won something. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Alan. This looks really nice. Look dandy. Look pretty. Absolutely lovely. Enchanted. I'm so enchanted by the way it looks. Interesting. Ibano, yeah, I don't know what is it. The electronics are very good, including the tuners. Oh, okay. Does it sound more like a Fishman than the Arabex? Does it sound like you know how Fishman pickup sounds? Cool, Edmund. Have you owned any of the Espada yet? What do you think of it? Looks like you're a GNL fanboy, just like me. Thank you, James. I try. What am I doing? Oh my good lord. Okay, forget it. It's a good thing I wasn't surfing any other stuff. Alright, okay. Yeah, you're right, Alan. It's a great pick guard, actually. Very interesting. It's a tortoise shell, but I think it's red in color, right? Alvin, I just play E and A mostly, even though I know other chords. Is this adaptable? What you talking about? Wait, Alvin, what are you talking about? You only play A and E? What was your last question, Alvin? Your last posting was about acoustic guitars, right? So now you're saying that you only played E and A chords? Ah, good. I'll give you a high five. Edmund. I haven't tried Espada yet. Sounds pretty bright on a few settings, yet it's so versatile. Lots of great sound in there. Oh yeah. The thing that got me was really surprising, because I thought you know how it is, like, you know, having active pickups. But the fact that when I switch, you know, the white mini toggle switch, I found out that it wasn't the active pickups that were kicking in. It was just parallel and series, and what a whole lot of difference it made. Parallel wiring and series, and in series. And the active pickups, the micro preamps, are just for the you know, the bit of push on the high ends, and that's about it. So other than that, you know, 18 variations on a guitar is mind blowing. Oh yeah, why not? If you just play E and A, because if you were to have a capo, you can play more than that, but still be playing E and A. I'm sure there are other chords that you should know, like B, right, Alvin? The would be 377. It would be 395. So very comparable. Yeah. Yeah, depending where you are, Sturat. You know, if you're in Europe, then outside UK, then you're probably better off with the Harley Benton. But if you're staying in the UK, then you'll be better off with the Orangewood, I guess. Edmund, have you ever considered getting a custom GNL made? Yeah. Nice, James. Yeah, well, this is semi-solid. Okay. Well, we're gonna have a couple of GNL fanboys here. Good. I'm glad I'm not alone. Orangewood is US, Tanglewood is UK, Wacky Wood Day, but I believe the Orangewood are also made. Some of the Orangewood guitars are also made in Indonesia. Yes, Edward. Can I ask you an honest question? Are the Harley Benton Les Paul style guitar worth it? Watch your videos, but I'm just trying to decide if I should spend the money on the Appy or go for the Harley Benton. Well, I guess it all boils down to the fact that whether are you considering reselling your guitars. You know, if you're thinking of reselling your guitars, then I would say the Epiphone has a slightly better resale value, more resale value than your Harley Bentons. But that all being said, I believe the Harley Benton have their own advantages. Number one is that they are really well-made guitars. You know, especially if you buy the higher ends. Like I said, you know, you pay for what you get. So the higher range of the Harley Benton Les Paul kind of style guitars, they are really well made, and they have really nice wood, nice maple top and stuff like that. And some have like triple A's flame maple, so they're pretty good. And the pickups, they're mostly Roswell, but they're okay. I mean, if you get the pickups with the LAF, not the HAF, you know, and you'll be fine. And that's about it. So it's up to you, because if you're thinking of reselling your guitars, then you probably want to get a guitar that has a little bit, not a whole lot, a little bit better resale value. Right. Alvin, I know A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I'm learning some more, taking online courses. Your guitarsage.com, he's on here. I like G now too. I want to try one. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, if you have the resources, Alvin, you know, get a GN guitar. You won't regret it. You know. Okay, miserable penguin. Oh, I just ordered my first Harley Benton, the SC1000 white. Don't really know what to expect. So it's not there yet, right? It hasn't arrived yet. Okay, admin. Both the V12s are custom shop, although I didn't order either of them. I sold my original V12 to fund the CS custom shop V12 purchase and got lucky with the second one. Sold 4 guitars during the print. Oh man. Cool. Alright, you sold 4 and you got 2 nicer ones. That's good. What's the custom V12 like? I'm curious. What's so custom about it? You want to tell me a little bit more? Yeah, Strat. That Agufish LE model looks nice. Yeah. In fact actually I've approached Harley Benton for a couple more guitars to review, but apparently they're not sending any guitars or any orders from Germany to Singapore anytime soon. So hopefully it would start, and then once it's there, then I would review it and you will see it, in my channel. But until then, we're gonna make do. RK or SC Custom. Yeah, the SC Customs are really nice. That's the one that I reviewed. Well made, easy to play. Thank you, Edward. I hope that I'll be able to rock out soon. As I said, I mentioned before, my latest update for the concerts all been postponed until next year. So my earliest date is on December of this year in Hong Kong. So we might be doing 1 or 2 shows in Hong Kong. So then again, everything is so fluid. It might just change, at the last moment. But I have a feeling that things are getting better. It's just whether are we getting more infection, and whether this social distancing will still be in place after like 2 more months. I don't know. It might just stop maybe in September. It might just stop in December. I don't know. As it is right now in Singapore, we have 0 local infections at all. We have 0 cases. So the only cases that are still being discovered are from the foreign workers. So as it is right now, even the numbers have been dropping drastically, and a lot of them have recovered enough to be able to go back to work soon. So the situation looks good, right now. So we just hope that there won't be a second wave or anything like that, in the future. Getting to do a signature. Yeah, right. That will be highly unlikely. I don't see it happening anytime. Yeah. Alright, admin. Okay, your custom. They're both swamp ash, alright? One is roasted. Oh my good lord. That must look good. Roasted ash with a natural satin finish and a satin roasted flame maple neck. Oh man. Black pickguard. Oh man. The other is ash with gloss blonde body and roasted flame neck. That just by you describing it, it's like wow. Yeah, I think they look pretty fine. And they're both lighter than the Akumi, yeah, for sure, but both had a little less mid for it. So it was the neck that sold me though. I really prefer satin necks, and I'm a sucker for flame maple. Yeah, me too. I'm a sucker for roasted flame maple. Yeah. Cool. Edward. Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. That's good to know. Alan, why not start your own range of guitars? No, I'm not like the other guy. What's the other guy? Your British mate. What's his name? Oh man, I forgot his name now. He's with he did a whole lot of videos with that what's that guitar shop? I think it's at Time of the Night. What's his name? The one that has his own guitar line. What, Ross? Something like that? What's his name again? Yeah, he did a couple of videos with Andertons. What's his name? I'm not like him, you know. Yeah, Chapman. Yeah, I'm not like him. So, you know, if yeah, I'm not a businessman. Not at all. I'm just a musician. Yeah, just a musician trying to get by, and not a very good one at that. So, okay, why am I having problem with this? Now I can't exit. Okay. I'm trying to get my friend Wayne for a spot, maybe somewhere next week. In case you guys don't know who Wayne is, he's the luthier friend of mine who fixed most of my guitars, and he's a great player too. So he does gigs at night sometimes before this whole COVID thing. And he's a young boy. I knew him since he was like really young, like 20. Yeah, I was trying to get him on one of the live streams, maybe next Sunday or maybe some other day. I might change the day of the live stream because I'm planning to go back to work soon. I mean, like starting arrangement here in at home, so I'm trying to keep normal hours if I can. So I might do it on Saturday night instead, like on Saturday from my time. It's like maybe around 10, the same timing as Tony, but on a different day, so we won't crash. I hope that's fine with you, Tony. Yeah. So I think I'm doing it on Saturday. So in your case, it's on Sunday. And I'm trying to get him in an interview, so that we can talk about what he thinks about making guitars, and he does a whole lot of stuff, so he has a wealth of information, more than me, and he's winding his own pickups right now, so it'll be good for you guys to come and ask him questions. So I'm planning that. I'm just going to see how it goes. And the other thing about not doing it on Sunday is because I teach on Sunday. So my last lesson ends about 10:30. So right after that, if I were to do a live stream at 12, it's a bit tiring for me. So I thought I'd just do it on Saturday, like maybe 11 p.m. My time, 11 p.m. on Saturdays. So that'll be good. Oh yeah, Tony, anytime. Anytime. Just call me. Call me, darling. I had a good time with you in your live stream, Tony. It was great. Yeah, too bad you got cut off every now and then, but it's all good. It's all good. Alright, guys. I'm kind of tired and I'm hungry. I need to get some food down my tummy. Had a good time with you guys tonight. Thank you so much. So I'm giving back the guitars on Tuesday, I guess. So any questions? Any more questions about the V12? You got an expert here, right? Edmund has like a couple of V12s. So you have any questions about the V12s or Espada? You better ask me now. Oh really, Tony? What do you get? What do you get? You got better gear. What do you get? My pleasure, George. Any other questions about the? Oh, you got you got a brand new laptop. Good for you, Tony. Yeah, I'm happy for you, Tony. All right, night, guys. Night, Alan. Night, James. Night, Tony. Hope you have a great day ahead. I have to start work tomorrow, so yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Good night, Alvin. I feel I'm in the Waltons. You know, you remember the old series called the Waltons? Right? Everybody go like, good night, Pa. Good night, Mom. So I'm doing that right now. Everybody's doing that. Goodbye, everybody. Night, Jack. Thanks for your coffee again, Jack. Night, Stuart. Night, Edmund. Night, RK. Night, Edward. Yeah. Night.